Nothing we say is investment advice. Please pause on all 3 pages of this disclaimer and read it.
Good morning, everybody. Cowboy here. Hope you're all doing well. Looking at Bitcoin, this thing is ready to break out. Or is it? I think it is. Well, here's the thing. Today is options expiration day, and $2 billion worth of Bitcoin options is about to expire. That's a big number. And so whenever you have options expiration, what you're dealing with is kind of a special condition. So options are where the big boys play. Big boys, big girls, whatever. And so over on places like Deribit, where you have professional traders trading Bitcoin options, you are going to see a possible condition where price might be pushed in a given direction a little bit unnaturally. Okay. So it might be that a lot of very important people have their strike price for their options up at $100,000, right? They might have it so that if their options expire today and price is below 100,000, they're going to lose a lot of money. And these are important people. Therefore, important people, for as relatively small as Bitcoin's market is, may have the kind of pull to hold Bitcoin up to a certain level. Now, you saw that in my predictions, I did have stronger of a possibility the price would head down than up. Now, I did think it would simply go sideways, but I had a contingency for down. And then, of course, I had, okay, maybe it'll go up, but that wasn't my main prediction, right? And yet, that is what happened. So, of course, my predictions were pretty much right on, more or less, up until Wednesday. I didn't predict past Wednesday, but despite the algorithms saying the price might want to go down, we're seeing the price is heading up. Another thing to look at is that this move up does not look very organic. There are not very many pullbacks on this time frame. Generally, when you see a move down or move up, you're going to get some pullbacks unless it's a very volatile move. So, for example, this move right here, you'll notice there's up and down. Price moves up, price moves down. The bulls, the bears, they're in a dance, and you see this, right? Now, you might look before that on this big giant move down, but this was a volatile move. This was a dump. So it's not that big of a surprise to see price fall this hard in a very volatile and fast situation. This happened over the, let me see, from Friday through Sunday. It was a 3-day move. But you see that it ended in this very strong push down, right? And that, I believe, had to do with something to do with the news. Who knows? Now, this is something that was been going on for 3 or 4 days, going back to Tuesday, and it's not very volatile, not yet. It might turn into volatile, and that's possible, but so far, it's been a very slow grind up, just like this was kind of a slow grind down. And anytime you see a slow grind up without a lot of, a lot of the bull bear dance, a lot of retracements, what you would normally expect in markets, you have to just wonder whether or not that is being engineered. And it's completely possible. And excuse me, it's completely possible. It happens all the time in much larger markets. We see it all the time in the indices, and everybody knows that it's going on. And like, that's fine. It's just, that's what they do. They hold markets up. We might be seeing that today. So what happens when markets expire today? Well, it's impossible to know. Of course, the future is always uncertain. It might be, and it's possible that it might be that price continues up. I would love to see that. It might also be that once the options expired, I don't know what time it is. They may have already expired. I probably should know that. Maybe we'll look it up. But once that happens, we might see the price heads down. Very, very possible. Might just go sideways. Price might just be left alone to its own devices. So what we can do is take a look at the algos for now. I would say they look rather bullish on the 3-hour, which is not a surprise. But as you take a look a little higher time frame, you'll notice that, yes, they're even on the daily, things look bullish, big flip bullish. So we could see a sustained move up, but on the weekly, we're not really seeing that much bullishness right now. We're seeing a 10, 15-week consolidation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 14-week consolidation going on 15, and everything's lukewarm. Okay, so what happens when things get lukewarm? Well, on a large time frame, things often continue to be lukewarm or not. Look here. You see where price got lukewarm back in November, December, and it popped right back up. You see price get lukewarm here in April of 2024, and it continued down for quite some time after a major move up. Well, we just saw a major move up, and we were seeing price get lukewarm. We could easily see this continue sideways for another 2 months. It's possible. We could even see price retrace and head downwards before it heads up. We could see just about anything. And any real professional trader will tell you that a consolidation can go either way, despite what the algos say, despite what the macro analysis says, despite the fact that we're in a bull market that should continue upwards. It is very reasonable and normal for price to actually pull back. So that's the macro. For the moment, though, I am expecting 100,000 to be hit. Price has jumped up a few $100s just from the start of this video, and I would imagine the retail bulls are starting to get excited. The moon boys are kicking in. This consolidation is broken, and to see price head up would not surprise me at all. If we were to zoom out to a greater consolidation, we're going to see on the daily that there is a limit here at about 108,000, and there are other resistances which price must pass before that. So right now we're looking at about 102,600, pretty strong resistance sitting at about 107 and just below. And of course, 108 is where we have our all-time highs, with 109,700 or so is the all-time high. So price does have to pass these before we can get too excited, right? But if price breaks 109.7, then we might be in for the next leg up. I don't expect it right now. And again, this is a daily chart, so that should be taking at least another week before we see anything like that. I don't expect the bulls to kick in like that, but it could happen. So we're just going to have to wait and see, because we are in a consolidation. Lower time frame, this smaller consolidation, yeah, we're seeing a breakout right now. Could it be a breakout fake out? Completely possible. Might be. Options expire and shorts get filled. They entice the bulls because price is going up. People FOMO in. The smart money gets short. The retail bulls run out of energy because they don't have that much anyway, and price goes ahead and dumps down, I mean to say. So we'll see what happens. And the algos will give me some clues as things are going on. For the meantime, if I were even trading Bitcoin at this point, which I am not, I probably would be scalping upwards. I had a short plan in play, and that got invalidated. I never did enter that short. So, these things happen. You make plans, and then the markets do what they're going to do. Now, Solana is also following suit, but Solana has had a lot of FUD. It does seem that FUD was lifted by Bitcoin's bullishness. And of course, FUD has a way of fading away with time. So it might be that if Bitcoin remains bullish for a few more days, Solana can make its way back up to this 190 to 205 range and resume what it was doing. But if the FUD hasn't faded, of course, we're going to see things change. For the moment, I do expect this to continue up. Maybe we'll see with this trajectory something like basically where it is, maybe something, maybe 183, 184 by the end of the day, unless the bulls really kick in and take us up to 189 area. So that is Bitcoin and Solana. Ethereum has today is doing really well, and it's actually doing what I had predicted. If you look at this chart, now this is a possible giant bear flag, and I'm not really big on trading flags at this point in my career, but they do happen and they do make sense to look at. But so far, going back to Tuesday, my prediction is playing out, where price is bouncing back and forth in what appears to be this upward channel. So that's good for my Ethereum holders, my Ethereum Maxi friends and clients. Congratulations, you're seeing some nice days. So let's see what time it is. Okay, we're getting towards the end of the live lab. I'm going to take a look at a couple more cryptos. We'll keep it, well, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's take a look at the stock market. Now, it's pretty calm. Okay, looks like there was a bit of dumping yesterday. I forgot what news. There was a little bit of news that may have deflated. I think, in fact, what really happened was they just wanted to let price chill out. the plunge protection team ran out of energy. I don't know. Markets go up, markets go down. But basically, we're staying in a range after we made a new all-time high on Wednesday, right? So Wednesday, of course, was the FOMC minutes. It might be the minutes that caused that move. As you see, I don't predict past such large events when I do my Sunday shows, and there is a reason why, and that reason played out in real time, right? So that's that. If I see major news coming, I don't try to guess what that's going to be. I'll wait for that to happen and trade afterwards. And were I trading indices, I probably would have gone short once the market digested whatever that news was. But you can see, okay, there it is. I thought perhaps it would pop up, but I certainly didn't trade it. And once the news hit, the indices came down. You see that white line right here? That was the FOMC minutes. And I imagine NASDAQ did the same, more or less. Now, NASDAQ is holding on a bit. So it's a little bit stronger than the rest at the moment. NASDAQ, of course, took that massive hit with the DeepSeek thing, and the market readjusted, and that's that. So there we are. We've seen the three indices and a lot of major cryptos, a few major cryptos today. We're now at the end of the public live lab. So come on over to algofactory.tech. As you can see, I'm pretty darn good at predicting the future. I don't predict past uncertainty. When I see something uncertain, I stop my predictions. And there's never total certainty, but all you have to do is be right more often than you're wrong. And all you have to do is make sure that you win more than you lose. And you can actually extract money from these markets. It's what we do all day long at Algo Factory, and we teach you how to do it, and anybody can do it. It doesn't matter what you know. It doesn't matter what education you have. Come on over to algofactory.tech. Learn how to trade like a hedge fund pro. And we did go ahead and double our prices. We're now at $99.98. So I did warn everybody. I warned you all that this was going to happen, right? And so it's happened, right? So we are going to double it. I don't know if we're going to double it, but we are going to change the prices again, and it's not going to be that far away. We're going to go ahead and hike prices up. We don't know if we're going to double it to $199. It might just go to something a little bit lower than that. Prices will be going up again, and this time it's not going to be that far away. So beware, right? At this point, if you get in at the current price, ultimately it will be a savings. So we didn't want to take it all the way up to the immediate hike, if you will. We wanted to show you that we're going to do it, but then give you a chance to still get savings. Come to algofactory.tech, trade job, upgrade your life. That's our old motto. The new one is learn to trade like hedge fund pro, and we will catch you on the flip side. Never forget,
join us or die.